What is up, everyone? What is up? How's it going? Happy Friday. So, I finally got the Zero Trust network access finally working. So the VPN is fully decommissioned inside of my network, which means I have the SASE side fully set up. So the SASE is the Secure Access Service Edge. Basically, if you remember, I had those two Raspberry Pis that were sitting on my desk over there. I can pull up an image so you can see them in the rack. I put them on Mastodon and Blue Sky, and they were also on Discord and Matrix, for those of you that didn't see. But, yeah, so you can see I racked the Raspberry Pis, these little guys right here. So there's two in the center. They're the twin gate nodes right now. Those are now how I remote in to the network. So that box right there, that's the firewall. That's the SIM. That's the NAS. And those are my Zero Trust network access nodes. And that's the little Unify controller now that's replaced this guy over here because the battery died in it. All of them working pretty well. I tested it out. It's working fine. So now my phone can actually do something really cool. So I have Twin Gate set up on my phone. So I set up an app. It was called, what did I call it? Hold on. It's called Rants. So Rants is an LLM app, but it works with Olama. So the cool thing about this is that it's talking to my local private LLM server that I have in my house here. But I tested all day with it not being on my Wi-Fi, and I was actually able to talk to it with this test chat over here. Just a few little chats back and forth. Yeah, it works completely. I was able to access my NAS and a few other resources, so everything's zero trusted out. What that means is I have everything segmented based on permissions. So I have an identity provider that I can then provision access through that identity provider to the resources I want to give people, just like in an enterprise. So if you were at an enterprise, in many cases, Zscaler does the same thing. Palo Alto, in many cases, Cisco has stuff like this. But I'm using Twin Gate. And you can do this with Twin Gate. And they have a free plan. You can do this on Raspberry Pis with Twin Gate for free. Now, the plan that I'm using with the identity provider, you do have to pay some money for, because it does SAML authentication. But you don't need to pay for Twin Gate for the home lab usage. And they do have a home lab plan that is only I think $15 a month for up to 7 users. So if you want to have a whole family covered with that, you totally could. And then be like, little Timmy is going to have access to these resources, and then little Sarah gets access to these resources, and then mommy and daddy get access to all these other things. You can totally do that. There's a lot you can do with this. So I still need to finish up some of the zero trusting aspects of this network over here. So I still need to set up Radius and LDAP. So I'm going to tie in the rest of my Jump Cloud identity provider, so that way I can have it authenticate into my NAS and my desktops. I already have it authenticating into the Windows desktop to log in over here, and then control the apps and all that other stuff. And then I will have it also be able to do Radius through Jump Cloud, which will easily allow me to control who can access the Wi-Fi on the main network. So the idea being that most sensitive central network you will have to have a certificate to access, Radius. So you'll have to log into it or have a certificate on. So you'll have to have either a Jump Cloud agent or install a certificate on your machine. So that'll be a thing. So that's going to be happening with the zero trusting of it. I've pushed out to the GitHub some updates there. I already have some Grafana dashboards for the Twin Gate zero trust network access. I already have the Twin Gate nodes feeding into Wuzza alert streams. So any errors, things like that. So everything that's happening on this network gets fed into Wuzza for correlations. And now that I have all this stuff going in, once I finish up a couple more things, then we're going to build out all the correlation rules. And then we're going to be building out the SOAR rules of the events that are going to happen and alerting and everything, where it's going to alert me and then execute certain actions. Twingate, why not NetBird? It's open source. Because, well, the problem is, let me look at this, okay? It's not probably going to do what I'm talking about. There's still a pricing aspect of it. Yeah, Twingate, you know, you can do this stuff and all that, but yeah, and they still social SSO, Enterprise IDP, you'd still have to pay for it. And I don't want to do an on-prem. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I didn't want to control with it. Plus, it works really well. Look, I'm not opposed to open source, but when you're trying to do a lot of enterprise things, you kind of learn that you don't want to take the liability on for things, and sometimes I just want to make sure that it works. So even then, I'd have to, you know, still go to the cloud solution. Yeah, and Twingate also has DNS filtering and a bunch of other stuff that I didn't want to deal with. But, yeah. What is Twingate? Twingate is a zero-trust network access solution, basically a SASE, a Secure Access Service Edge. So, the idea is, well, I basically decommissioned my VPN for it. Because the issue with the VPN is that edge is exposed to the internet. And I was seeing, because I had that open VPN and or WireGuard side of it exposed, it was getting hit a lot. Like, people were trying to, you know, there were brute force attempts, there were, you know, bots trying to, it was just, you'd have to, like, actively secure that, and it was becoming a headache. And then, of course, because it's, you know, the other issue is, when it fails over onto a cell network like I have, the tunnel may not always be, you know, working. Whereas with Twingate, I don't have to worry about that. Because it's going through their stuff. And it's tunneling in through the Raspberry Pis behind my firewall. Did you take a look at Tailscale? Tailscale does not do what I need. Tailscale does not handle what I need, and a lot of people will even tell you that they have bandwidth issues with it. The problem is it's peer-to-peer. I needed to make sure it's reliable. It's a good concept for what it is, but I wanted to make sure that I could actually have as close to an enterprise setup as possible. And let me put it this way. If I had the money, I'd probably be putting Zscaler in my lab. But I don't. Trust me, I know, because they wanted 50 seats minimum and $10,000 a year. Yep. And Twingate also has integrations with CrowdStrike, so eventually I may be putting CrowdStrike agents in. I'll have to see how that plays out, because I have Wuzza right now. And see if I can get Wuzza and CrowdStrike to play nice eventually. We'll see how that... once I get to that. Cross that boat. Everyone should have a community version or plan. Twingate has a community version. They have a free plan you can totally use. In fact, one of the reasons why I like them is they're one of the few versions that literally called out, hey, you can install this on your Raspberry Pi. They literally have a version if you want to have a heavy home lab. Oh, Zscaler. Yeah, I straight up told them you need to have a home lab version, because the problem is, and I told Zscaler this, you don't understand your biggest marketing point are the geeks that are labbing that bring the product into the workplace. Because, like, I'm building all these CI/CD pipelines into work. Okay, I showed you the diagram yesterday of what I'm building out. All the stuff that I'm using is pretty much stuff that I've built in my lab. So it's like, I'm using GitHub Actions. Why? Because I've used it before. I'm using Dependabot. I'm using SonarCube. I'm using Step Runner, Step Security. I'm using Sneak.io. I mean, they were using something else, but I'd use Sneak.io for a lot of my stuff because it's what I have. You had to learn Zscaler at work. Yeah. Everything else you can learn at home. Yeah, I had to learn it at work as well. And I learned about the concepts about Zscaler at home by using Twingate. But by virtue of using Twingate now, I'm more inclined to use Twingate because I know more about it. Well, technically I know more about Zscaler. But I'm definitely going to be easier to lean into Twingate more. Because once I spin up my my home cloud lab, what the hell do you think I'm going to be using for my endpoint connectors? Twingate! I'm going to terraform that shit in. Do you have resources for learning to build a CI/CD pipeline? I was considering using Actions for personal project. You can go look at my GitHub, actually. Go look at my GitHub stuff, like Stream Demon and a few others. They actually do have CI/CDs in there in the .github folders. I do need to improve some of them quite a bit, but it can at least get you a good start on some workflows. There's definitely room for improvement on quite a few things. But at least it can show you about unit tests and testing in Python and doing Trivy and integrating Sneak.io for security tests and all that. But yeah. Awesome DevOps. Yeah, that's a repo too. I forgot that thing exists. Does GitLab offer runners, etc. for free? I think so. I just haven't used GitLab nearly as much. I hear good things, but GitHub is, of course, way more popular. What's your opinion on OpenClaw and NemoClaw? Well, I think a lot of people need to stop throwing random shit on networks that are flat and stop hooking it up to random accounts and being too trustworthy. I cringe at how, like, I've seen people that are like, oh, you know, I gave access to this, like, there's this one guy that's like, oh, well, you know, I gave OpenClaw access to a bank account and then an Etsy shop, and then told that I'm the employee, and then hooked it up to a 3D printer, and then I'm like, dude, no, like that's too risky. Like, if I have OpenClaw, I eventually will set up like OpenClaw and stuff like that, but I'm gonna set that up in a zero trusted isolated VLAN with its own accounts on a private Olama server to be able to do the things that I want it to do. I may just set it up just to troll some friends for fun. That's a whole other thing. GitLab does different YAML structure, yeah. But GitHub is by far a lot more popular in enterprises, I've noticed, than GitLab. I've seen Bitbucket used more than GitLab in enterprises. That's just personal anecdotal. I'm not looking at objective numbers. I could be off base there. But yeah, I've been slowly knocking out projects. Tomorrow I gotta go to Micro Center to pick up a new GPU for the honeypot that I'm planning to build. So there'll be an LLM powered honeypot that eventually I'm gonna set up.
8 Void 6 is now chilling in the lab.
Thank you for the follow. Can you say more about TwinGate, specifically around the proxy component? What about it? I mean, basically you set up, in my case, I set up 2 nodes. You can set up just one, but they recommend setting up 2. So you have it for HA as well as load balancing. I use Raspberry Pi 4s, but you can use like as little as a Raspberry Pi 3B+, or you can just set it up in a Docker. And what I did is I put them both on Raspberry Pi 4s, that they're doing nothing but TwinGate. Not that you have to, but I just wanted to, so I have isolated devices. Installed Docker on both of them, so they're Dockerized, because I just wanted containerized for little bit more security reasons. And then each of those is in their own subnet, so they're zero trusted. On pfSense, I allowed that subnet to only have access to certain other subnets to limit the lateral movement. Then inside of TwinGate, I gave Yitz and myself accounts. I gave myself access to all the resources that I want to have access to, and then Yitz only needs access to like the AI, so I only gave him access to the LLM bot. And then at that point, I literally just install the app on my phone and device, and it installs a VPN profile on my phone. And then I just plug into it like I would any other, like as if I'm on the LAN on the IP address and port. And then I'm going to be setting up the DNS address for it soon, so that way I don't have to do that. Luckily, I set up I had a little bit of foresight with this, that I set the IP ranges way out of the normal, the typical normal range, so there shouldn't really be collisions with the average network that I run into when I go travel the world. There is an agent that goes on your computer? Yes. There's a TwinGate agent that you install, just like anything. So, and it's pretty straightforward. Like, I was really surprised the hell at how well this worked. Hold on. They have a documentation over here. God, that's bright. Dark mode. Activate. Okay. So they have documentation through all of this, how to get everything set up, quick steps. So basically, you would create your remote network where the location is, you know, what at resources, how you want to deploy it, set up the connectors. It's pretty straightforward. It's really easy. Honestly, I thought it was easier than when I set up Zscaler's connectors. And you can deploy those connectors on just about everything. Like I said, I recommend at least having 2, so you have HA and load balancing. You can deploy more than that. They have, you know, you can do GCP, K8, straight up Linux. So you see Docker, all that. You're going to generate your tokens when you do that. It's going to, you know, create a little Docker script if you want to do Docker. Just copy and paste, and then you run that. It was pretty damn straightforward. Now, I enabled the local logs over here, so that way I had it feed the logs to Wuzza. So that way I actually created a dashboard for it. And then, yeah, it was pretty simple. Yeah, connect your best practices. So, as you can see, there's your routing. How you can have different things set up. So you can set them up in different regions, how to have it hosted, give different people. We have an RTL SDR? Yes, I do. There's one over there. Does it only do FQDN or IP as well? Yeah, it does IP. Right now, I have everything I do over IP. I'm gonna have it do FQDN eventually. I just have to get around to setting that up. But yeah. Are you getting easier than Zscaler? Oh yeah, it was really easy. And this is coming from a guy who's deployed Zscaler a lot. I've terraformed so many Zscaler app connectors. I did the auto scale out and scale in. Now, I will be honest, it's not as featureful as Zscaler on the DLP side, but it does have some internet capabilities, so they do at least provide native DNS over HTTPS capabilities on their client there, and then they have a DNS filtering guide. They have DNS filtering, so like you can then at least have some filtering for your family and company in there. So like you can have it like restrict adult content or, you know, different profiles over there. Like you can, you know, force YouTube safe mode. Like it's very basic, but it can at least block some securities related stuff. You know, threat intelligence feeds, Google safe browsing, DNS rebinding, IDN homograph attacks, typo squatting, domain generation algorithms, newly registered domains, park domains. So it can at least do some additional stuff, and then add some privacy protections of third-party trackers, affiliate tracking, links, ads, and trackers. That's all optional if you want to set all that up. So there is some capabilities in there. There's a lot you can do with this. Ooh. I can do filtering of the logs. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Because then I can do Wuzza for some processing. So I wonder if I tie that into an S3 and then have a script to pull that down and then parse. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work that through. I didn't know I could do that. So, now that I know I could do that. But yeah, there's some other stuff you can do. There's... I haven't played with everything with this yet. And of course, they have, you know, ways that you can manage your exit access. And it's all identity-based. So it's a pretty great solution for home labbers and small businesses. Has a ZIA component as well. I will say ZIA definitely is way more robust. By far. Zscaler is creme de la creme when it comes to that. But I will say, for what you're paying for, this is fucking great. So, it's not Zscaler quality, because you're not paying Zscaler prices, but you get quite a good amount of features. Now, it doesn't have DLP capabilities like ZIA can allow for. So, it's closer to... It definitely can be on par to ZPA. So, pretty much all the features of ZPA, it has. Zscaler Private Access. ZIA, it has some feature capabilities. Like, it can do posturing against CrowdStrike. For example, It can do some categories, but it can't do it can't do inspections like ZIA can. What projects you done with it? Well, I've only had it up and running for like a day so far. So far I've only had it working with my I've used my phone to be able to access my NAS, my LLM, my Monero node, all of that stuff without having to be on my LAN. There's a few other things I access too. Oh yeah, like I accessed my logging server and other stuff like that. You have your website with your home lab? Nice. You can probably share that in the Discord or Matrix servers. How do you dual boot Linux and Microsoft Windows with Secure Boot on? I haven't done Secure Boot in a while, but it should be doable. You just have to at least run Windows, run Linux after you've installed Windows. That should step you through it. But I haven't done Secure Boot on my machine. Secure Boot kind of can be a headache. It's really good. It stops you from opening ports in your firewall. Yeah. So I don't open any ports in my firewall inbound for this. So I only have to have outbound allowed. And as far as I remember, I think it was port 443 outbound, and that was on TCP, and I think UDP, and then UDP was, hold on, there we are. So outbound is TCP 443, and then outbound initiated TCP ports is 30,000 to 31,000, in case the peer-to-peer is unavailable. That's with the twin gate relay. And then outbound initiated UDP and quick for HTTP 3 for ports 1 to 65,535. Allows for your peer-to-peer connectivity for optimal performance. So technically, I don't think you need this side as much, but you need this on the outbound. So you don't need to have it allowed inbound, and then it will negotiate from there. But yeah, it allows for a much more secure connection than just setting up a VPN, a traditional VPN. But yeah. Hello from France. Bonjour. Ça va? Je parle un petit peu en français. My family's Moroccan. If you wanted to ask how I could speak a little bit of French. Forced it because anti-cheat. What do you have to do anti-cheat? Ça va bien. Okay, yeah, so, but yeah, give Twingate a try over there. A lot of people were worried about CGNAT, things like that. This can potentially help resolve people that are behind CGNAT. Yeah, everything's fine. But yeah, so we got Twingate up. The next step is I gotta move some of my, Unify switches and access points to the network managed VLAN. Then we gotta set up Radius. And then I gotta set up LDAP. And then I gotta finish the SIMSOAR and SOC side of things. I think I got like a few more weeks of stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there, fam. you give me my company website? I mean, if you're comfortable with that. So, Chief, do you think pfSense is a good knife firewall? I mean, yeah, I've been using it for a little over a decade. I still am using it. I still have not moved off of pfSense. I know a lot of people like OpenSense, but I still have not found a replacement for pfSense's pfBlocker NG. I know some people say ZenArmor, but in order to get ZenArmor to do a lot of what pfBlocker NG does for free, I have to start paying about $100 a year in their subscription. All right. Oh, is this your company site? Oh, nice. Nice little home lab. Okay, so you do a little bit of try hack me and stuff. It's a nice little, little website you got there, buddy. Okay, so you got your project site. Of course, you're an Arch user. Of course you are. But yeah, it looks good. You do radio. Are you a ham operator? Or do you just tinker around? Where's this playlist music from? The music is actually exclusive to me. I bought this a few years ago off of a beat maker. Okay. Set dump SDR. Okay. Yeah, I need to get back into my ham radio stuff and everything. I do some SDR stuff. But yeah. Alright, so some of my community was begging me to play some games that we had on Linux. So what was it? We had Last Man Sitting, and then we had The Finals, both of which should work on Linux. So, let me, get the audio reset here. Can I explain Radius? So Radius is basically a type of authentication into the network. Radius is, what does Radius stand for? Hold on. It stands for something. I can't remember off the top of my head. So Radius stands for Remote Authentication Dial-In User Service. So basically, it handles the AAA. The authentication, authorization, and accounting. So, basically, with Radius, you could have one set of credentials for a user to connect into VPNs, Wi-Fi, or different switch ports. So, it just hardens things a little bit more. And if I remember, Radius 802.1x, yeah. And the thing I was going to be doing was tying it into 802.1x. Your website's under CGNet. Okay. 0 to 80 is nice for Linux, but probably not the most cinematic for stream. Alright. Let's see if I can get the audio set up over here. And I'm eventually going to work on getting some YouTube videos talking about the zero trusting of everything. It's been a while working on all of this stuff. And I'm getting close. Alright. So... Alright, so let me make sure the audio is working. And then Sunday we will get back to the content stuff, because I had several people asking when we can go back to doing some gaming on Linux. So this was an unplanned stream, so we could get back to doing that. Okay, so we didn't get the audio there. Sometimes it needs a kick in the pants.
Front, left.
Okay, there we go.
Front, left.
There we go. Streamer issues, huh? And let me queue up some music over here just in case, because I'm probably going to have to kick down my music. Okay, hold on. We'll get that over there. What do you use that? This is GNOME because I'm still on Pop! OS 2204. Because I am still waiting for Pop! OS 2604 to come out before I decide to clean all that up. Okay, so this is Last Man Sitting. This is a arena shooter that apparently my mods wanted me to really look at playing. We've been talking about DEF CON. I'm going to do the same thing, but in France. Le Hack 2026. Is that a thing out there? Okay, so I know it's probably gonna ding me for their music, so I gotta drop this to another track. Alright, we'll see. What did my mods get me into? So apparently this is a shooter game that everyone's just sitting down, and it's based on like a joke physics game. So what, we have a skating on an office chair kind of game. Somehow I think Streetlight Manifesto, what is this, Big D in the K? No, this is Streetlight Manifesto is probably the right choice. That's a low-res Portal vibe. I can see that. Oh, hold on. I forgot to change the game. Ah! I didn't pick an upgrade. Okay. I'm just getting a bunch of upgrades, apparently. I don't know why I keep getting upgrades all of a sudden. Oh, there's the... you can spin your chair. You ever wonder how much drugs somebody must have done to make a game? So what, we're just here to shoot a bunch of robots, basically? So is that the whole point of the game? Last man sitting is the game. So I'm the accountant? Oh, so apparently there's a multiplayer lobby. I just saw that in the end. You ever, like, play a game and you're just like, how much drugs do they take? Yes. So apparently this was made on a whole bunch of, like, messed up physics in another game, and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna do this. What is this? Attach a shoulder to my turret. Attach a turret to my shoulder. What the hell is this? God damn it! I'm gonna die! Watch your videos several times to make sure I understand them in English. Yeah. Appreciate that. I do speak a little bit fast sometimes. Oh. Ah! So apparently we can do multiplayer. Wait, there's another chair upgrade? So you can apparently do PvP in this. Oh, it's about 1 a.m. where you're at? Okay, that's annoying. Probably not that many playing this. This is still a demo, apparently. We'll play this probably for another game, and then see what else, I think, what was it, my mods also wanted me to check out the finals. Hmm. Oh, so I gotta pick up the trash? Suddenly I'm a garbage man? Okay, what's this? Weapon damage, chance to gain some overhealth when killing enemies. Used to boost wound damage. Okay. Ah! Damn it. A lot of neurotypical people in the tech industry, including me. I don't know about neurotypical. Alright. Let's try the other game that people wanted me to try. Which was... Where is it? What in the clanker's going on? That was Last Man Sitting. That was the one that Vampire really wanted me to try. So now we're playing the one that Hans really wanted me to try. It's just installing. Give it a sec. I literally only downloaded the game yesterday. So we're both getting the live experience. Does this work? Does it not? We'll find out. Come on. Do the thing! Abracadabra! Alakazam! Shazam! Ally McBeal! Apparently Ally McBeal is the magic word. So now it's got to preload all the damn shaders. I gotta make an account? Oh. Really? I'm telling you all how old I am. I am fucking ancient. Alright, there we go. Is it normal now that I got my ass back into tech that I don't want to do my home lab that much anymore? My thin provision store has been down for some days and I don't care. It happens! Look, I barely did my home lab for about a year because of the My last job had me so burned out. Now my new job has got me, at least relaxed to the point that I'm wanting to do it. It ebbs and flows. You get your moments. Still preloading the shaders.
Welcome to the finals, contestant. I'm June, and I'll be guiding you through the basics. See that line on the ground? It leads to a vault. Follow it. Look at that! An explosive canister. Why not give it a throw? The fans love to see that. Yeah, just like that. That was fun, wasn't it? Your specialization is the backbone of your loadout. Think of it as your signature move.
This feels like Overwatch with extra steps.
The vault's inside, but it's heavily guarded, so get ready for some action. Danger might be lurking around every corner.
Not a...
Oh. Nice work! You're already getting the hang of this.
You've never played Overwatch?
Carrying a cash box makes you a prime target. And remember, you can't fire your weapon while carrying something.
Watch out over here!
I know it's not going to be that easy in the real game. Just the damn tutorial.
Keep an eye on the scoreboard in the top left. That's where you'll see who's in the lead.
Interesting concept there.
You've completed your first cash out. You're a natural at this. Revives cost nothing, but they're worth everything. Get your teammate back up. Now let's try stealing a cash out in progress. Just be careful. Your opponents may be lurking nearby, or they could have set traps. It's a statement, and the audience loves a bold move. Just a bit... Great steal! Nice work! Now make sure to protect the cash out until it's complete. Luckily...
Oh, so you gotta stay around that?
Enough to pull off steals.
Have a good night, Ritogo. Thanks for hanging out.
I've got a feeling you're our next rising star.
Old timer and just got my first job in tech. Nice!
Real action.
What's your job? I think I gotta adjust the sensitivity of this game. I mean the mouse.
All right, contestant, you're ready for the real competition. It's time to dive into the most explosive game show on the planet.
Get ready for big plays and epic moments. The spotlight's all yours.
That's right. Your team's waiting in the arena's prepped. Let's make some history.
Interesting concept over here. Why does it sound like DJ Carr? I don't know who that is. Takes a while to load.
Okay, the big splash.
Doing T1 to T3 support with the company with about 10,000 Ubuntu machines.
It's
Nice.
happening, folks. Don't blink.
Haven't really been with a company that has that many Linux boxes.
In quick cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
They're going for it. The ultra rares are opening Vault 1.
It's happening, Scotty. We've got our first elimination.
Get ready for some heart-pounding action.
You won't want to miss a beat.
Shit. You get eliminated fast in this game. Too many 9.x machines out there still.
Getting you back
What
up.
do you mean 9.x?
Back in action.
Shit. You play R6? I've never really played that. So I don't know. Shit! Shit! Can't just throw grenades with G. Alright, where are we going? Shit! Mid-reload! Almost had him. Did the audio drop? Shit! You can hide around and then just go with the katana? Didn't know that was an option. Shit. Just no game source? Hold on. I'll have to fix it in 1 second. Next respawn. Come on. Come on. Gotcha! Hold on. Settings. Hold on, I'm trying to fix it. Or maybe it doesn't like you today. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix the audio in a sec. It's not working right now. I'm gonna have to do the nuclear option in a bit. I don't know why the audio cut out like that. We'll have 5 minutes. Yeah, I know. Which is weird, because I can hear the audio just fine on my end. Just make the sound of the guns. Pew, 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 pew. In 3.5 minutes, I'll fix this for y'all. Need to get like a better rifle. Ha ha! There you go. Pew, 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 pew. There's your sound effect, okay? I got you, fam. Okay. So how do I get out of the... Okay. Alright, so let me fix the audio for you all. Alright, reset, pipe wire, nuclear. I made this command a while ago just in case of that. I just don't like doing it because then I have to, like, reset the applications that I'm doing. Because it, like, forces all of them to go redo it. Okay. And then... Hold up. It still didn't like it. Alright, hold up. What the hell? Like, it really just dropped everything hard. Yeah, OBS is not seeing it at all. Like, I can hear the audio. Yeah, I'm gonna try... Hold on. I'm just gonna reboot this machine here. Maybe there's an upgrade that was stuck. Update -y. Sudo shutdown -r now. At least put that background music in for now. That was weird. First time that's happened. Gonna work on unified polar video now. The missus has told me that I should stop procrastinating and forgetting to do it. Then I'll work on the others. Cool. Yeah, because I already got this month's videos out for TikTok's quota at least, so we're at least good. But eventually I do want to, get past that, minimum stuff they have there. Don't worry, the computer's rebooting. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna unplug and plug back in the Camlink card. It's weird, because that's the first time it's happened and dropped out this hard. So to be clear, this ain't a Linux issue, because it's not working on the Windows OBS. This is a 2-PC stream issue. This is a 2 girls, 1 cup situation. Okay, come on. Alright. Now we got the computer back up. Let me reopen the chats. Alright, hold up. I'm reopening the chats. Okay, oh god, same thing. Ever used a proxy before? Kinda, sort of. Okay, you can hear. Okay. Now. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Use Elgato, they say. It's reliable, they say. It'll never have problems, they say. Build some water over here. Thankfully, all I drink is water. If that was Coke, that would be... well, it'd be a fun 80s party, but not that kind of Coke I was thinking of. Alright, hold up. Let me get this plugged back in. I need a bigger freaking space. Alright, let's see. Did we fix the magic audio issue? Where is the magic Linux box? Okay. Settings.
Front, left.
Okay, now it works. The magic old-fashioned, wonderful, mystical, ancient Chinese secret of unplug it and plug it back in. And before anyone says, well, that was the Linux issue, this happened on the Windows streaming PC. Why is it I always have issues with this damn motherfucking Windows PC more than I do with the Linux box?
Front, left.
All right. Seriously, it's so annoying how the Windows box always is the one messing up. Always, without fail. Every single time. All right. We'll give this one more match. I always forget, is it the or is it under F? Yeah, it's there. Okay. So we got stuffed peppers over here. It's so weird because it was working fine for like ever. And then all of a sudden it's just like, F you! I thought I made an account. Oh, I have to put my age in again? Because apparently you don't remember. What's your thoughts on Zima OS? Well, Zima was a great drink in the 1990s. I haven't really played with Zima OS. Really? I haven't played with Classa. I really only do like Ubuntu, Debian, Red Hats. I'm kind of a basic bitch. I've been around the block for so long, I don't bother distro hopping anymore. I'm just like, this works. I have stuffed peppers. Alright.
Here they are, the socialites, the powerhouses, and finally, the live wires. The arena has loaded. Buckle up. Quick cash. It's a high-octane hustle for cash. The first team to reach the total takes the title.
Absolutely, Scotty. Time for our contestants to prove their mettle.
The socialites are knocking at the door of Vault 1.
Dumbass. Y'all can hear the audio, right? It just blipped out again. Well, let's unplug it and plug it back in, shall we? All right, let's see. Will that... No. Okay, the audio did not like that. Hold up. All right, let's see. It's so strange that this is happening all of a sudden. I really hope I don't have to buy a new capture card. Okay, no, it really wanted a hard unplug and plug back in. Hold on. This is really annoying. I don't know if it's really so much game related as maybe IO related with the card I'm using for this. Let's see. I didn't say you could turn off light. Are we really going to go through this? No, now the Linux box is really not even wanting to come up. Let's see, audio. Nope, desktop audio. Okay. If it is the audio, for the card in there. Or it could just be Windows being an absolute dick. That is a possibility too. You wanna, now you see it, Naeed.
Front left.
Okay, now it's working now that I did an absolute nuclear reset with it. Your snacks fit in the break room for very low and affordable prices. Fuck off. All right. Let's try this one last time. Okay. Well, that's new. It's the effing stuffed peppers. Okay, now it's not wanting to even launch at all. This game is just plagued. That's what I think it is. This game is haunted. Chief, why don't you ever do gaming on Linux videos anymore? Because God doesn't want me to! Okay, so you have audio now. I do not. So, hold up. Let's see, 15 seconds, 20 seconds in. Yeah, we'll see. The annoying thing is, because it is kind of a fun game, of shoveling meat in his mouth. No, I'm a top. I love shoveling meat into others' mouths. You have you no modesty? No! 'Cause F that.
Now, the high notes, the tough shells, and finally, the vogues. Let's get this started. Get ready for a mad cash chase to the magic number. Let's watch our contestants hustle, gather, and triumph in quick cash.
Scotty, spot on. Time for the big cash crunch.
Vault 1 is being opened. The Vogues take control.
We've seen our first team wipe, and it's not pretty.
Did you really just knock our teammate down?
Rough break.
You! See you next Tuesday!
The high notes are back. Team respawn.
That's what happens when you, like, ditch your teammate. The finals. The game is the finals. Alright.
The Vogues are off to a sharp start. First cash out underway.
Gotcha, bitch!
Cash out confiscated by the Tough Shells. Good steal.
They just upped the ante, Scotty.
Denied. The Tough Shells are back in the arena, folks.
Trying to get my damn teammate.
The Vogues might be first on their list.
Shit!
Enemy down.
No, this just is Wolfenstein with less Nazis. By the way, Just Dev, you know you're gonna have to clip some parts of this video, because we got some good moments here. I did highlight a couple parts.
This is exactly what the Vogues needed. They've pocketed our first cash out.
A flawless steal led to a big payout.
Yeah, so far I'm having a little bit of a good match.
Live with a meteor shower, our contestants will need to navigate the cosmic twists and turns.
Vault 2 is being pierced by the Tough Shells.
Opus, strongest use case, trusted B streams. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely, expense that. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, my nuts! Shit!
We're back to basics.
You had ammo and you didn't get me! Shit! Never good at knowing the peak moments. That's what she said, Just Dev.
Enemy down.
Well, this gun isn't so bad, I just need more ammo in this thing.
Another falter for the high notes, folks. They'll have to start again.
They lost their rhythm and they paid for it.
We've got the high notes returning to the arena.
Really shake up the scene. And next they'll be gunning for the Vogues, I bet.
Gotcha, bitch!
Cash box.
Shit!
Cash out in progress thanks to the Vogues.
Oh, you can blast through walls? Did not know that. Learn something new every day. Thanks for the assist.
High notes.
Face the music.
Tough shells steal a cash out. Tough break.
God damn it! What the hell? Oh, you got a bungee. I wondered what that button did.
Halftime and every contestant is stepping up.
I think so far we're in the lead. Hey!
By beating the competition in this match. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching.
I got the best combat score. You use the elevator. Look! Look! Okay! I was tired. I was lit tired. First win of the day. Hooray! I'm a peak performer. That's what she said. Okay, so let's see. A FAMAS. Unlocks with hacker playstyle. Mag size of 27. I am eating stuffed peppers. Alright, what gadgets we got? Triggered. Gas mine, data reshaper. All right. On to the next match. Yeah, I may get that Opus clips for the streams, like you said, Just Dev. Let's do it.
And now, the socialites, the boundless, and finally, the powerhouses. Buckle up, people. Here we go. Our contestants will need to unleash their inner tycoons in quick cash. They'll need to gather enough cash first to win.
Remember last season, a lot of teams won by prioritizing teamwork.
Bursting into Vault 1, it's the powerhouses.
They're gonna be coming in. Here comes the boom.
The teams have made their intentions clear with that first elimination. Now, let the real showdown begin.
No more niceties out there.
It's all business from here.
The powerhouses have taken the initiative.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have dropped that turret down. Damn it.
Fantastic steal by the Boundless.
Risky moves reap rewards.
One contestant is trying out how much damage those walls can take. Keep at it, I say. Target turret active.
The first team wipe has happened. That's gotta hurt.
That's tough. The powerhouses just didn't catch a break there.
Three less problems. Security check.
The powerhouses are back. Team respawn.
God damn it! Mistime that.
Let's go for Vault 2.
This is exactly what the Boundless needed. They've pocketed our first cash out.
This payout is going to be a game changer.
The powerhouses are flexing at Vault 2.
Hold on to your hats, dear audience. We've just turned up damage and destruction to the max.
Team white.
Yeah, that stings like being cut out of your friend's inner circle.
Back for more action are the Boundless. They'll
Come
be
on.
remind the fans of their infinite talent. There's time left in our mega damage event, and surprisingly, some structures in the arena are still standing. The powerhouses have a cash out in the works. The socialites have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Shit!
Impressive steal by the Boundless.
Wish I had eyes on the back of my head.
Change the game.
Alright.
Mega damage is over, and we are back to a somewhat controlled amount of chaos again.
Turret place!
Shit! Well, my turret's at least left there.
And there the Boundless were fastest to bank the funds and will walk away victorious. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home.
They call it third place, but we just lost. I died the most. I led in deaths. Hey, last game, I was number 1 in kills. This game, I was number 1 in being killed. I'm a cyber do you work on? Just graduated, trying to get into offensive stuff in a few years. I'm a cybersecurity engineer. I've worked in a whole bunch of stuff. Right now I'm working in CI/CD, AppSec. Offensive is honestly a really, really hard thing to get into. I've done physical OffSec. Oh, thank you for the roses. Come on. For a free game, this isn't too bad. I don't know how often I play this, though. But I do like the fact that it works on Linux. Alright, come on.
Okay, the tough shells, the steamrollers, and finally, the boundless.
Wait. Did those two just drop out at the last second?
Welcome to Quick Cash, where speed is the key to victory. The first team to stash enough cash will reign supreme.
Two others joined in. Cool.
You're right, Scotty. Remember, folks, historically, it's been all about that fast start.
The steamrollers are going flat out in arena. They're opening Vault 1.
Okay, you can see the artifacting around them. That's good to note.
We could be witnessing the birth of new rivalries here. We've got our first elimination.
It's a test of nerves and skill from here.
A test they've all been training for. Let's see who truly stands out.
Moving up, follow me.
The first team wipe is in, and the arena is buzzing.
Big hit on the tough shells. They'll be looking to bounce back fast. The steamrollers are making their move. First cash out initiated.
Going up. Follow me.
I see. Can use the territory around here. Where do we need to go? Guess we're going up here.
Turret deployed.
A contestant is on an elimination.
Hey!
The tough shells have respawned. Great move there by the boundless, stealing that cash out.
They're signaling something, Scotty. They're saying game on.
Grenade.
Shit!
The boundless land the first cash out.
The Boundless are proving they...
I guess we got team wiped.
Enemy got me.
Drilling into Vault two.
All right, we're still ahead.
I'm going up there.
Seems like a solid when you have an itch type of game. Pretty much. Wish there was a map of some sort that I could figure out on this. Shit! Fuck you!
Enemy down.
Going over there.
Cash out underway, thanks to the steamrollers.
Second deposit stone. Watch out! Down there. Enemy.
Gotcha!
Great move there by the tough shells, stealing that cash out.
But will there be consequences, Scotty?
I'm gonna jump here.
I'm gonna go down to there. Stay with me.
I saw you, buddy! Shit!
Fortune favors the bold, Scotty.
What is the melee button? There has to be a melee button in here.
The hurdles just keep coming for the boundless. Cash out complete, and the tough shells reap the rewards.
Their steel led straight to a clean cash out. Time to gear up for a close encounter with combat. We didn't translate the rules into whatever language these folks speak, so expect some major infractions.
Relocating.
Vault 3 is being opened, courtesy of the boundless.
The hell?
Cash out A. Going down there now. Let's go to cash out A.
Going down there!
A cash box is now ripe for the taking, as the boundless have started a cash out.
Where the hell
Together,
is
one
the
elimination after
frickin'
another.
reload specialization?
The
Quick
steamrollers
melee
get
is
flattened once
V.
more. Bad luck.
So
Steam has got to be coming out their ears now. Set up the trap. Enemy got me.
there we go.
Cash out now.
Why the hell would you ever have an inspect weapon button?
Win this game show.
Stupid. Oh, we're gonna program the button inspect the weapon. Should be your fucking melee button.
Go for a steal on A.
God damn it.
The tough shells displayed uncrackable strategy and armored speed with this win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching.
I got the highest combat score again, but also tied for the most deaths. Wait, no, I got the least amount of deaths on the team. Oh, we have a new arena. I've never understood the whole point of battle passes.
Hello there, it's June. Great news! Your talent's making waves, and the sponsors are lining up to sign you. Time to pick your sponsor and grow your fan base to unlock their rewards. And guess what? You can switch your sponsor on the fly, so you're always in control of what you earn and who you play for. All right, superstar, go stir things up.
I'll just pick one just to go through it. Power shift, team deathmatch, head to head. We're at one last game in for the night.
the shock and awe, the overdogs, and finally, the boundless. All right, let's see who wants it more. Let's go!
Alright, let's go get it.
Quick cash. The team that is fastest to bank the funds claims the glory.
Scotty set the scene perfectly. Remember, starting strong is key.
Boundless are making a dynamic move there. One of our contestants is having fun with our destructible environment today.
It's official. The Boundless have drawn first coins. The teams have sized each other up. And now it's on.
Dude's freaking around. Snape is not black, really? That's your name?
The overdogs have triggered the first cash out.
I'm gonna use that zip line. Firing thermite. Turret deployed.
We've got our first team wipe. Things are heating up.
Shit.
Are they ready to return the favor? The overdogs might be in for a surprise.
Back to back. Flawless execution.
A heist halted. That's how you protect your earnings, folks. Well played. Placing a target.
A contestant is collecting eliminations one after another.
Boundless going for a cash out.
A move that definitely sets the stakes higher, Scotty.
The shock and awe just made their return to the arena.
All in one go, and still not even breathing hard.
Our first cash out goes to the Boundless. Let's see.
All right, we're in the lead.
Momentum going.
There's no limit to where they can go from here.
Shit!
Getting you back up. More comebacks. One reason this is far from over.
I guess we're about to find out how meteors behave when they hit our jump pads.
The overdogs have
Going up
commenced to
there.
cash out.
Alright, we gotta get out through there. Up to it. bitch.
And that's all for the game.
The battle has made an awesome steal there.
Got the steel in at least. Should have gone for the teammate though.
Steal by the shock and awe.
Will they make this a spree, I wonder? A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
Another team work for the Overdogs. They're off their game today. Cash out complete, and the shock and awe reap the rewards.
Now that's what I call a steal paying off in style.
Shit, we got team wiped.
Busy unlocking Vault 3, it's the shock and awe. A
Okay,
long-awaited return to the
where-
arena for the shock and awe. Cash out in progress thanks to the Overdogs.
Two in a row and the match feeling small. The Overdogs stumble again. Another team wipe. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This match just passed its midway point. A lot of action still in store for you folks.
In my experience, Scotty, that's when it all gets decided.
Close, but
Take
no
advice and
cigar.
got Call
The
of Duty. It's
contestants
not Call of
sneak in
Duty.
and get that
The
cash out
finals.
steal.
And you got gaming on Linux.
The shock and awe surged to the forefront in the match and stormed their way to triumph. Congratulations to our rising stars.
Highest combat score again. Where the hell I changed my, I don't know how I changed the name in this. Oh well. I can figure that out another time. So that was at least the game that one of my mods, or one of the members of the community, wanted me to check out, so we can say that's at least off the list, and it works on Linux, even if we had a few audio issues that were kind of weird. That was related to the Windows streaming box, not a Linux issue, a Windows issue. Have more issues with the Windows streaming box than we do with the Linux box, go figure. But yeah, so I've only played, what, 90 minutes so far? I got so many other games to play the hell out of. I'll probably, continue, like, what, Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, or Cyberpunk 2077 another time. It's Apex with respawns. It's a good way to put it. But without the EA shittiness. Because EA made it shitty. And now it doesn't play on Linux anymore. But, yeah, I'll probably, continue playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And then, what is it? I also have to finish Cyberpunk 2077 still. Still haven't finished Fallout 4. Yeah, all these years I still haven't beaten that game. Same as Elder Scrolls 3. We still have a lot of games that I still need to get through. Yeah. Things that suck about having, you know, a job. I even have Nier Automata, haven't played that yet. Still have Path of Exile 2 as well. We need to update that, and, yeah, we'll get back into doing the gaming on Linux 1 or 2 nights a week. But yeah, so tomorrow I gotta go to Micro Center, pick up a new GPU, and then Sunday we'll be back for streaming. I may be helping someone out with their computer issue, see what's going on with their computer. I'll know more. I gotta take my dog to the vet too. But yeah, I gotta go pick up a new GPU for the honeypot that I'm building. But at least we got the Zero Trust network access set up. Woo! So I probably got another few weeks of building the SimSource SOC out. We got the NOC part of it done, so we got the Network Operations Center done. I gotta get the security information and event monitoring, the security orchestration, automation, and response, and then I gotta get the security operations center side of it. I'm slowly building all of that out. It's a lot easier to have a NOC than a SOC. There's a lot more that goes into it. But we have a good amount of pieces, but we got the Zero Trust network access working. It's working beautifully. The Raspberry Pis are letting me access the network, and pfSense has everything VLAN'd out accordingly. So, and as we can see, I've prioritized the network traffic perfectly, so we can stream even on 35 megabits to 4 different platforms with very little issue. But yeah, how do you start with cybersecurity certs? You take a test. But the question you'd ask yourself is, why do you want to get certs? Because the thing I have to tell people all the time is, a cert doesn't get you a job. It at most checks a box with HR to get you an interview. I didn't actually get my first cert, which was the CISSP, until I was like 10 years into IT and cybersecurity. I now am a senior cybersecurity engineer, and officially all I've had is an associate's degree and a CISSP. And then after I got hired for the job, then I got the A+, the Security Plus, the Network Plus, all that stuff that I need to get for WGU. But yeah, you can start with it whenever you want. It depends on what you're really looking to get. But yeah, just study for it. Go for the cert. But just remember, a cert doesn't guarantee you a job. It at most checks a box for HR. So, yeah. But with that being said, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm got Micro Center tomorrow. I also got to do a exam with WGU either tomorrow or Sunday. I got to figure out when I want to do that. And then, yeah, so make sure if you haven't already, follow me on all of my socials. The links are in the bio if you don't see them already. But follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Blue Sky, Matrix, TikTok. Join the Discord. Join the Matrix. I am in all over the place. The links are in the bio, as I said. I will be back officially on stream Sunday night. Maybe we'll have some more stuff. I did upload some stuff to GitHub. I love you all. Stay safe. Happy hacking. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. Otherwise, see you Sunday.